What's going on, Jerome's? Another day closer to the NFL draft, and we have 10 DAs, as spicy as muy caliente NFL draft predictions for the first round. Not all of them are Vikings related, a couple of them are, so let's start off at the top. Number one, Travon Walker, the pride of Georgia. Georgia goes number one. I think that this team is legit. I think that the potential and ceiling on Walker is certainly something that the Jaguars could entertain. So I think that he stays down in the Southeast and just gets it, man. All right, so Travon Walker and Josh Allen with the Jaguars. Woo. Yeah, I'll take it, man. So Hutchinson, who seemed like a surefire number one overall selection, takes a little bit of a tumble because the Lions at 2 take Willis, the quarterback. So now the Lions, who are definitely playing things pretty close to chess. I think Willis has the attributes and the ability to be a future franchise quarterback. He could sit behind Jared Goff for a year, and Holmes as well as Campbell, they secure their quarterback of the future. So it's something that I don't think that they could pass on at 2. And absent them moving down and maneuvering and still getting Willis a little bit later on, they don't want to wait till 32 to potentially take their future franchise quarterback. So they just stick and pick, and it'll be tough. Like the sports talk radio and the papers in Detroit will rake them over the coals for passing up Aiden Hutchinson, the local kid, the pride of Michigan. But it is what it is. I mean, Hutchinson is a fantastic edge rusher, but if you have a chance to take your quarterback of the future, Malik Willis could be that guy. So they do that. And so then Aiden Hutchinson falls all the way to numero tres to the Texans. So he goes to Houston, and I don't know. The Texans have had a solid history of fantastic edge rushers, whether it be Mario Williams, whether it be J.J. Hutchinson is now going to be that guy, even though I misspelled his name. I'm sure there is someone named Aiden Hutchinson with the misspelling of the name. Who knows? I always wondered what happens if they probably don't turn in cards anymore. I'm sure it's digital, but what happens if they misspell the name? I mean, what happens? Anyways, number 4, spicy. As muy caliente prediction for the 2022 NFL Draft. The Falcons jumped the Panthers for Kenny Pickett. That's right. So there's a little bit of NFC South crime going on, and the Falcons jumped their division rivals. So they move up from number 8, either to the 4 with the Jets or 5 with the Giants, jumping the Carolina Panthers, who are probably have their eyes set on Kenny Pickett. Remember, Kenny Pickett committed to Temple when Matt Rule, current Panthers coach, was head coach there with the Owls. So the Falcons, even though they got Mariota, Arthur Smith and company, they move on from Matt Ryan, send him to the Colts, and now they start their franchise by moving up for Kenny Pickett. He's going to be their dude. Mariota can be a solid bridge quarterback, and then the Panthers are just kind of stuck because it seems a little bit early to take any other quarterbacks. So what do? Do they reach for a quarterback? Do they panic? But yeah, they got outmaneuvered is what it is. Yeah. Next up, hot prediction, spicy, number 5 for the NFL Draft. The Vikings trade down with the Steelers. And that's actually in conjunction. And also number 6, the Steelers take Desmond Ridder at number 12. So the Vikings in a spot where there's a little run on quarterbacks as well as there's a run on cornerbacks. So the Vikings, they get the Steelers on the horn, and they can't pass up that much value. They move down 8 spots. They get a future 1. They get a future 3. Maybe even get a 7th-round pick thrown in there just as an homage to Prete Ricky Spielman. But the Vikings, I mean, this is going to be a talented draft class from picks 11 to 11 all the way through the 20s, and then 11 all the way to the 50s. There's going to be some really talented players. I think the Vikings and Kwesi, they see all that draft value because, hey, 2 quarterbacks are already off the board, so now the Vikings have that golden ticket to be able to move down, and they get the best offer from the Steelers. I'm sure that the Saints would have been in that mix as well, but the Steelers get Desmond Ridder, who I think could be the most pro-ready quarterback to come in as a rookie, have some success. Next up, spicy prediction number 7 for the NFL Draft. Kevin Thibodeau takes a little bit of a tumble, falls to the Eagles at 15. So Travon Walker goes, Hutchinson goes. I think the Greek Freak could sneak in there as well. Also, I think that Jermaine Johnson II could be in there. Where Thibodeau, for all of the physical attributes, I think that he could take a little bit of a tumble, but the Eagles stop his draft day fall, getting him number 15. So I think that's phenomenal value. Thibodeau getting past the Ravens at 14 would be a little bit rough. Or hell, I mean, the Texans just double dipping the chip. I mean, taking Hutchinson at 3 and then Thibodeau at 13. Oh, baby. That'd be sexy as hell. Next up, Spicy prediction number 8 for the NFL draft. Linderbaum goes to the Cowboys at 24. Now, this one would be a pain in the ass because the Cowboys, they hadn't really replaced Frederick after he retired at the center position. So now Linderbaum takes a draft day tumble because center isn't seen as a premium position, but he's the best center prospect in the last 5 years, and he comes in, will start right away for the Cowboys, and then their offensive line is suddenly very, very good again. So Linderbaum going to get it done. Next up, hot, spicy prediction number 9 for the 2020 NFL draft. Titans take Matt Corral at 26 because, I mean, all this talk about Kirk Cousins getting replaced because he's 34. Ryan Tannehill is super old as well. Well, oldish, but 34. And also, the collapse that he had in the playoffs, I don't know, man. I don't know. So Matt Corral heads up from Oxford. He heads up to Nashville, going to be the future franchise quarterback of the Tennessee Titans. Hopefully Todd Downing can cater to his skill set and make it really a little bit more of a college offense, a little bit more of a Kyler Murray style offense. A lot of RPOs as Corral comes into the NFL game, just really catering to his skill sets. What a shocking debacle, right? So Corral goes at 26 to the Tennessee Titans. Finally, spicy hot prediction, number 10 for the NFL draft. 6 wide receivers go in round 1. So a little bit less than 1/5 of the draft, a little bit less than 20% of the first round is going to be at the wide receiver position. So I think it's going to be in no particular order. I think it's going to be Garrett Wilson. I think it's going to be Jamison Williams. I think it's going to be Treylon Burks, Chris Olave, Drake London, as well as I think Sky Moore sneaks in at the back end of the first round. And you look at teams that could be in on wide receiver. So, if the Panthers don't get their quarterback, wide receiver could be an option. I think the Jets and the Giants certainly. I think potentially the Seahawks, depending on what happens with DK. Washington certainly could be in the wide receiver business. The Ravens? Yeah, the Ravens, the Eagles, maybe even the Chargers, although the Chargers I think are going to be stuck with at right tackle. Same thing with the Saints. I think they go after one. The Patriots, potentially. The Packers, obviously. The Cardinals, they got to replace Christian Kirk. Sure. Potentially even the Buffalo Bills, although I think corner is in their future. And then you have the Chiefs with their 2 first-round picks. I think they would certainly be in on wide receiver. Also, I didn't say. So in our imagination, the Vikings trade down from 12 to 20 and still get Trent McDuffie because we're blessed. Because we're #blessed. Yeah, that's how we roll. But that's it. Let's take a look at 10 spicy, es muy caliente predictions for the 2020 NFL Draft. What are your thoughts on our predictions? Let us know in the comments section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But till next time, Skol, production value.